I dream I know deep up my feelings.
Greetings everyone, my name is Matt Lee Ben Vidal from Karnak Holistics. This is the series from Staying Positive, and this is episode 6 called Change. So, what is change about? What am I going to bring forth to this video, and what am I to share? What's my transition, and what am I hoping to bring forth and to get across to you today? I don't know, to be honest. That's how I like to approach this, and change is about just that. Is about not knowing, or about being okay with change. There's nothing wrong with just staying where you are, but we all change one way or another. Life happens, death happens. It's all a part of change. However, there's a beginning and a middle and an end, or there's a beginning and then an end. People focus so much on the beginning and remember what it's like. Nothing wrong with remembering where you were, but don't stay in that. But people focus too much on emphasis on arriving at the end. This is when you have too much, when people go into meltdowns and they're like losing control, and then they start taking drugs or they start drinking and so on and so forth, because they've achieved what they want to be and they're stuck. And I had a client before who was in a similar situation, achieved so much in his life that he didn't know what to do next. And I said, have you ever thought about the journey? That's the middle bit. The journey is what makes who you are, what you achieved. And talking about this guy, he didn't realize that the failures of his marriage was because he was so focused on achieving something, achieving his goal. They realized that his goal was to keep his wife or to be with the person he wanted to be. This causes all his anxieties and his drink problem and so on and so forth, which came from him, and then his misuse of drugs and things of that nature. When we worked together, it came down to the point is that he realized he lost a lot. He lost some of his family. He lost his wife most of all. She moved on, and he couldn't get her back. Though they were still in love, but he still couldn't get her back because he changed into somebody that she was ready. She didn't want to arrive at the same journey as him. But he always said to me, yeah, but we always discussed about achieving this goal. I goes, whose goal was it in the beginning? Was it your goal? Was it her goal? Was both your goals? When did the point of that shift change? When did that point for her used to get the disconnect? And he said it got to the point where he was traveling a lot. And I think the reality is that she, I think, didn't realize, and again, I never spoken to her, that she never realized that in order to do the job he needed to do, he needed to travel a lot and be away. So therefore, she felt a lot lonely and very lost and so on and so forth. But out of all that, he goes, but I gave her whatever she wanted. And I goes, so that's what you justify your love and your relationship. So is that what you justify as love? He goes, no, it's a part of it. I goes, yeah, but did she ask for that? Did you ask for that? Was this in your your blueprint of your life? Was this in your blueprint from the beginning when you both sat down together and had dreams? You know what? On reflection, he told me and said, we did actually achieve the goal we set out to be. And he said the goal he set out to be, or they set out to achieve, was to have a home, have a family, and have a good job. They both achieved that. However, he wanted more. So they reached the end, and then he perpetuated forward he set new goals for himself, but she just arrived and she was happy from where she was. Now, everybody has their own way of being. People go to the pub after work and de-stress that way. Some people go off to or go away for the weekend. They go off to different places. Some people go off to retreats. Some people go meditate. Some people go out with the girls, go for coffee. Everybody is different, and it's down to them. And no one has the right to tell anybody who's different. It's when people turn around and say to you that what you're doing is weird or strange. had that a lot when I was growing up, and it took a while for me to really own who I was and put my roots in who I am and what I was, and put my roots down to say, you know what, you do what you're going to do. What I like to do, what I like to achieve, what I don't like to do, what I don't like to eat, what I don't like to experience, that's my choice. I don't change your choice. You do what you need to do what you need to do. However, I do what I need to do, and damn well, you don't have the damn well right to turn around and say that you're right just because you are experiencing it. No one has the right to tell you that. Remember that. Because at the end of the day, we are all made differently. I can give a rat's ass what you do. That's your prerogative, you know. What's important to me is that I please only one person, and that's the creator. The work I do, the things I do, the videos I'm writing, the videos that I do, the books I've written, the people that come to me, the people I work with, the people I exist with, the people I live with, the people I experience, are all from the creator. And that's what's important for me. You may disagree, that's down to you. Couldn't give a rat's ass. Because at the end of the day, what I experience, I listen and I take whatever feels right, resonates in my spirit, then I'll go with that. But if it doesn't, on a scrap heap. Now, everyone, that's just how I do it. That's how I've gone and I've done the old, you know, try and take control of myself and then make it happen for myself, and it just doesn't work for me. You know, don't get me wrong, I don't sit my ass and I do nothing. I do go out and I do want to achieve goals and ambitions. I have dreams and ambitions and so on. However, there is a limit to what I accept you to tell and round and say to me, or what they should say to you to do. Stand strong with who you are, be who you are, and allow yourself to change into the beautiful energy that you are, because you are created perfectly. Perfectly. Don't let nobody else tell you anyway. The other thing is, if someone is abusive towards you, negative towards you, that's their shit. You know, if someone tries to put you down, tries to bully you, tries to control you, that's their shit. You run and you exist the way you do because you are truly beautiful. You're in a beautiful energy. Look from within and find the true you. Find what you're about, who you are. Look at all the changes. I have a saying that when you look in the mirror, I remember looking in the mirror before and going, that bit's like my mum, that bit's like my dad. Okay, they're the two energies that got together to create me. I said, I wonder what the rest of it is, makes up me. And I thought, the hundreds and thousands, or hundreds of years, I should say, or even thousands of years, that my heritage is to make me funnel into this being, is all my ancestors, the mixes from behind me. They're the bits and pieces of beauty of the magic of the kingdom, of the entity of earth, of heaven, whatever you want to call it. That's the beauty, is creation. You know, so what you find or what your mum and dad create is you. You're not the same as your brother or your sister. Even twins are in the same room. The same sack, become different, have different energies, different feelings, different loves, different passions. Because you are you. Your spirit rests within this body. We are a spiritual being having a human existence. Remember that. I'll rephrase that again. I'll re-say that again. We are a spiritual being having human existence. And this is what we are about. Who we are, what we are. Change. We're a changing species. We are a changing energy. I remember being taught by one of my greatest teachers, which was called Teos. He was my chief guide. And he's always saying to me, don't blame nobody else but who you are, and make it perfect. And I didn't really get that until further on down the line, until I thought, like, what? So everything that happens is my fault? No, what he was saying in essence, don't blame anything but who you are and change it to be perfect. He's saying, I'm perfect. If you accept it is when you become imperfection, if you don't feel it's right. So I learned to understand that how I view things, how I achieve things, how I choose to exist as this being, as Matt, that's me. A lot of my friends know me differently. I may be different with somebody else and different with that person. I have a tendency to be not untrue to myself, but I have different relationships with different people, you know. And I think the only person that knows you better than you is you, you know, and that's who you're about. Always be true. So if you go in if you decide to give up smoking and then you go to the shop and you buy a packet of fags, you're not cheating anyone else. Even though you made promises to your wife, to your husband, or your friends, or your family, and all that lot, you're not cheating nobody else but yourself. So at the end of the day, you're not really giving up anything. You're just putting yourself back. You know, this old saying, 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. But the reality is, be conscious, make the promised truth to yourself to change, to make the change, and look at what is holding you back to help you to move forward, because that's what's holding you back. Is a lack of understanding why you are where you are. It's why people go to therapy and they're going to find the reason of why they are where they are, and people knock them for that. I praise them, people for that, who can go and look in the mirror, through therapy, through whether they want to do CBT, cognitive behavioural, or psychodynamic, or Gestalt, or person-centered, whatever the belief or spiritual teaching, whatever you choose to achieve. Don't care what train, bus, plane, transport you use to arrive at finding out who you are. You use it. Don't let nobody change that for you, because that's who you are. The important thing is, and I'm going to end it now, is keep the love there and keep changing and embrace your change, because you're growing to be perfect. So I'm out of here. Love and light to you all. Stay safe, stay blessed, and keep shining. Bless you.